Can you believe Indian economy is set to bounce back to 9.5% next fiscal? The forecast of India's GDP's phenomenal growth by two renowned rating agencies, the Fitch Ratings and S&P, had created an interesting debate among homegrown experts and novices to ponder over. That too amidst the COVID-19 crisis, which rather forced even established institutions like the World Bank and International Monetary Fund (IMF) to predict gloomy days ahead for India. More than anyone, Prime Minister's betters, especially the Vadra Congress controlled by the Nehru-Gandhi dynasty, appeared more than jubilant that their future appears to be more lucrative in post-COVID-19 environs. But notwithstanding the fact that rest of the world's appreciation to India handling the most dreaded pandemic crisis better than them. And their jubilant indeed got the needed support when the World Bank and IMF, the two prominent institutions controlling world economy, predicted doomsday to India. If one of them claimed of steep fall in India's economic growth rate much against their own figures touch 1.5% of even going into negative, that's 0.5%. How far these two international agencies can be believed or trusted? On what basis or yardstick the Fitch Ratings and S&P have applied to arrive at this abnormal figures of Indian GDP, which might have put the ruling party jubilant but the opposition dumbfounded? This is what Director General of a national industry and infrastructure body, ILFI, Dr. Mahesh Y. Reddy, wishes to say.
The growth projections brought out by these international rating agencies, Fitch at 9.5% and S&P at 8% for GDP of India for the next fiscal, have evoked interesting debates among political, economic and business circles. To look at this point objectively, the same rating agencies have also projected the economy will shrink by 5% during this fiscal. The 8.5 or 9.5% GDP growth on the base of already shrunk economy at 5% should not be a major surprise. Well, in any case, this growth projection comes with the riders on how the economy is going to pan out during the rest of the year on account of this pandemic.
But a confident and unconcerned of economists and independent financial rating agencies forecasts, India's PM Modi looks more than confident of revival of country's economy during post-COVID-19. He took part in the anniversary celebrations of two similar Indian corporate groups and made his government's intentions clear. He made no bones in making it clear to them that now ball is in their court and how best it would convince the MSMEs and others to utilize and help 1.3 billion Indians realize to establish an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Yes, a self-reliant India by encouraging people to buy and own up homemade products rather fall prey to foreign goods.
साथियों, ये हमारी एकजुटता, ये एक साथ मिलकर बड़ी से बड़ी आपदा का सामना करना, ये हमारी संकल्प शक्ति, ये हमारी इच्छा शक्ति, हमारी बहुत बड़ी स्ट्रेंथ है। साथियों, पीपल सेंट्रिक, पीपल ड्रिवन और प्लैनेट फ्रेंडली डेवलपमेंट की अप्रोच अब देश में गवर्नेंस का हिस्सा बन गई है। जो हमारे टेक्नोलॉजिकल इंटरवेंशंस है, वो भी पीपल, प्लैनेट और प्रॉफिट के विचार के अनुकूल ही है। यूपीआई के माध्यम से हमारी बैंकिंग टचलेस, कॉन्टैक्टलेस, कैशलेस और 24/7 365 डे संभव हो पाई है।
In that backdrop, one may have to wait and see how Indian economics will grow. One thing is sure that none can understand a peculiar nation like India's economy, as it has major contribution to its GDP from unorganized sector than organized, and farmers contributing to 2.8% annually. Some of these so-called renowned and independent agencies, besides WB and IMF projections of Indian economy, may please and displease many. But none can ever understand the hidden factors of this great nation, which has seen many recession storms in the past, yet survived and also becomes the first among the nations and come out too. This is MS Purti for Orange News 9 TV.